Hello dear learners, it's time for the English break. We've got 10 to 15 minutes, so grab your drink and let's not waste any more time. Today I'm with you with part 3 of our Learn 250 plus common English phrases. This series is designed to expand your vocabulary and help you sound more natural in conversations. To explore the structure more, go to part 1. Today, we take a break and explore miscellaneous phrases and expressions that are very commonly used by fluent English speakers. You should watch this video because you will learn 8 phrases, 14 example sentences and dialogues. Stick around till the very end. I've got a quick end of the video test for you. Let's grow our English, one step at a time. Welcome to English Break with Marta. On this channel, I'll encourage you to create your own English sentences, only in your short daily break. Keep the sentences you learn in one place, like a notebook or note-taking app, and come back to them anytime you want to repeat. In this way, sentences you read and sentences you write will become the sentences you speak. Okay, so just very quickly, I'm gonna go through this part structure because it's slightly different from parts 1 and 2. So for example, before, instead of saying bye or goodbye, we had, for instance, 5 or 6 different alternatives. Today, we've got a mix of phrases. So in part 1, we are going to look at them, look at the phrases, meanings, and example sentence. In part 2, there will be time for you to practice. Fantastic. So the first phrase we've got today, watch out, meaning be careful. I'm pretty sure you've heard it a lot before. For instance, you remember what I said, right? Watch out while crossing the road. Always look for crosswalks first. For example, this could be a dialogue or a sentence that a mom could say to her 5, 6, 7-year-old child. Another example sentence where we could use watch out. No thanks, I won't have dessert today. I really need to watch out. Robert's wedding is next month and I want to fit into this gorgeous dress. Okay, so she needs to be a bit more careful with her calories intake. Fantastic. Another, well, it's up to you. A very common way of saying it's your decision. Let's check out some example sentences. Which one do you reckon I should take? Blueberry or lemon cheesecake? It's up to you, mom. Whichever you like better. Okay, another one. I want to go out tonight. Sounds fantastic. Where are we going? I picked the spot last time, so now it's up to you. Okay, so it's your decision, or it's up to you to decide where we will go tonight. Sounds good, sounds great, or sounds like a plan. So it's a very natural way of agreeing with someone's idea, okay, or of showing that you liked somebody's idea. How about having a picnic at the park after lunch? Sounds like a plan. Kids got really worried sitting all morning at home, and worry meaning really bored. I'll see you in the coffee shop after work. Sounds great. See you at 6. Fantastic. We've got another phrase that we can use, another very common, popular phrase. Thanks a bunch, meaning thank you very much, but watch out. Speaking of watch out, okay, so we are immediately putting into practice our very first phrase. So be careful with this one because it can be an ironic way of saying thank you. So meaning that you do not necessarily want to thank somebody. Maybe you are a bit annoyed because they have promised they would do something, but they didn't. So this is one meaning, okay? An ironic way of saying thank you. It can also mean thank you very much. So always check with the context first. Okay. For instance, thanks a bunch. You promised you wouldn't tell anyone. Now everyone knows that I was sacked. So in this example, it's used in an ironic way, okay? So you wouldn't thank your friend for telling everyone about your secret. Now I'd like to take a very quick break and encourage you to subscribe to my channel if you are enjoying the content I'm creating. If you want to see more videos, please do hit this subscribe button, turn on notifications not to miss out on any videos. I'm uploading new videos every week. When I see a new subscriber coming to my channel, it gives me a lot of encouragement and boost of energy to create more for you. So thank you for being a part of this project. All right, hang in there. We've done this phrase before, by the way, in another video series. It means it's used to give somebody encouragement, all right, and motivation not to give up, to keep going, even though there are many difficulties. Let's check out this sentence. I'm so sick of studying. I honestly want these exams to be over. Hang in there. Just 2 more subjects to go and we'll celebrate. Okay, what else do we have? Like pulling teeth. So before I get into the meaning, which you can probably see on the screen now, think about it in a literal way. So for example, can you imagine somebody pulling your teeth? It would be so painful, right? And so difficult to do it. So it means, if you say that something is like pulling teeth or doing something is like pulling teeth, it means it's very difficult and frustrating to do, not to mention painful, okay? But we are not pulling anyone's teeth. We are just talking about a very challenging and difficult thing. Let's check out the example. Yesterday was a nightmare. Getting information about that incident from Bob was like pulling teeth. We sat at its coffee shop for more than 2 hours. Bite off more than you can chew. Again, you can think about it in a more literal way. Imagine having a huge sandwich in front of you and you take a very big bite. It means that you are trying to do something that is just too difficult to do. Now, how to put it into practice? He's bitten off more than she can chew. He's bitten off more than he can chew, if you ask me. He's barely sleeping and eating anything. It seems like he's studying 24/7. So in this example, and by the way, a very quick note here. So we've got this base form, okay? Bite off more than you can chew, but of course you can modify it depending on the, if you are talking about past, present, or in this case, we've got, for example, present perfect, okay? So he's bitten or he has bitten off more than he can chew, meaning that he's trying to do something too difficult to be done, okay? Yeah, I know. I'm not gonna take on too many projects this month. I bit off more than I can chew last month. I just had too much stress and everything. All right, I'll get back to you. So another phrase we've got here. Alternatively, you could say, I'll text you. And the meaning, it means that you intend or want to talk to someone later, or again, for example, on the phone, or you want to get back to them with some information later on. For instance, I'll find out how you can transfer money abroad and get back to you. All right? I'll get back to you as soon as possible. I just need to return this call. It won't take me longer than 5 minutes. Sorry, Mark, but I'm in the middle of something right now. I'll text you later, okay? If you say that you're in the middle of something, it means that you're doing something while doing something, okay? Great, fantastic. So part 1 is over. We've seen really nice common ways of expressing different things in English, along with example sentences and dialogues. Now it's time for the test. I'm gonna pause for 10 to 15 seconds to give you some time. If you need a little more, hit the pause button, but just try not to take too much time. It's a really quick test. Don't forget to leave your scores in the comment section down below. Ready? And the answers, okay? And as you can see in the examples, we always need to pay attention to the form, okay? So whether it's present, past, which person it's related to, okay? Perfect, we've made it. We've just finished yet another episode of our Learn 250 plus common English phrases. We've learned new phrases along with example sentences today. We also had a chance to practice with a quick end of the video test. I hope your English coffee break was very productive. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.